I nominated John Herring for the Hall of Fame because I think he embodies what it is to be truly dedicated to the success of Sacred Heart School.
He is an example of someone where miles don't matter. He lives thousands of miles away and has found a unique way to connect with so many of our kids here.
Amy and I got to know John through a pen pal letter, actually. Money had been donated to put in a new water fountain, and the fourth grade class had written a letter to the donors thanking them for their generosity. And my daughter Emily took it upon herself to write an extended thank you letter and send it to Mr. Herring.
Our water fountain poureth over, really. For several years now, he has really forged bonds with our kids through writing letters. They'll write him, and he will write back, and he'll correct their grammar.
Hi, I'm Zach. I'm the kid who's been writing to you. You have another letter coming very soon.
I saw that he was a retired colonel from the Army, and I thought, well, you know, the guy's got to be a very upstanding citizen to be a retired colonel, so you know, just write him and tell him thanks for the letter. And it just snowballed from there.
He has made so many wonderful connections with our students, with our staff, with our teachers.
Well, hi, it's finally nice to meet you. I'm Patty Hager. We've talked many times by email, and this is one of the fourth grade classes.
I'm Sophia Guevara, and thank you for the computers.
Happy New Year. I wish you were here to spend a little time with us.
It got to a point where we as a family developed this great friendship with the Herrings, and it's been really wonderful. With my moving company, we go out to Virginia a lot, and that's where John lives, is in Virginia. I just emailed John, said, hey, we're going to be out there. It'd be wonderful to meet you. You know, we'll get a hotel room close by, maybe get together for dinner. And he called me and said, absolutely not. You're staying at our house. We're going to cook for you. We had another trip going out there the following year. But this time we're wondering if the whole family could come out. So it was a wonderful trip when we all finally got to go over there and meet him. We'd talk about Sedalia, we'd talk about Sacred Heart in the glory days. One of the stories that John told me about Sacred Heart, back when he was playing, they had a pretty good basketball team. And he told me that their biggest rival was Smithton. John used to work, I believe it was Eddie's Drive-In here in Sedalia. I guess some of the Smithton players didn't take too kindly at getting beat, and they actually showed up at John's workplace because they knew he worked there and were trying to cause a ruckus, but they, you know, John wasn't one to stand down, and luckily nothing bad happened, but between the owner of the restaurant and John making a good decision not to confront and just leave leave it on the basketball court. The guys ended up leaving with no issues, but it's pretty entertaining. That the K-Singer Conference has had that much competition for that long is pretty amazing.
I happened to talk to a classmate of his who's living in Hawaii. She said that John was one of the smartest kids in her class. And John seems to be very humble, and he won't take that accolade. He did tell me that after military, he hadn't taken any college classes, but he decided to take these programs called CLEP. That's college level examination program, and he was able to test out of get multiple credits through this CLEP testing, and he credits it all to Sacred Heart, the education he received. It's really special that decades later, he wants to bring that program to our Sacred Heart School students. So kids who want to test out of certain college level courses, he'll pay for that testing.
When John got out of the Army, he was a teacher in the public school system, and he knows the big difference between public school education and the education he received at Sacred Heart School when he was in school here. And I think that's a big reason why he continues to support the school from so far away.
When he asks about a need or responds to a need, for instance, the playground that he helped fund for our little gremlins, because we expanded our program to include daycare, but we didn't have the equipment for those kids to safely play.
I was shocked. I was excited. My staff could not believe that anyone would give such a big gift to our little program. John not only gave the money for the playground equipment, but helped me make the decisions, helped me pick the equipment, gave really solid advice and encouragement. Then I learned right after that that our beautiful first floor kindergarten / daycare restroom remodel, he also had made a gift there as well. I probably don't need to explain how great it is when you're taking a dozen children to the restroom. And then more recently, I made a request for daycare. They needed a new kitchen unit. Lo and behold, John came riding in on his white horse again and met that need. It's just so morale boosting.
And I get to see the smiles and the surprises and sometimes the happy tears that are in response to what John has done for our school. And he has boosted our spirits and has been a part of this culture without even stepping foot in these doors for decades. He's found a way to really get right to the core of our hearts.
I just cannot thank John Herring enough for all that he has done.
John is definitely an example of somebody from really far away who still cares very much about his alma mater and the success of students that he's never met and many that he will never meet. But he is a genuine person.
So he just finds ways to be so charming and endearing and involved, which makes him a special little guardian angel for us.
John, Amy, and Xander and I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for the school. I know everybody at the school is very appreciative for your support. Thank you for being a wonderful alumni. Thank you, Sandy, for your support with John. But you guys have been absolutely wonderful in everything you've done. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you.